All right, for this question number 19, it's asking us for what cosine of 90 minus x is. It tells us that sine of x is 4/5, but it's asking us for what cosine of 90 minus x is. Well, there is a concept here that we need to kind of be aware of, and it kind of flows into what the relationship between a sine and a cosine. So, say for example, the sine of 30, okay, is the same as the cosine of that 90 minus that 30, which is essentially cosine of 60. Okay, so again, let's take something else. The sine of 20 degrees, this is all degrees by the way, sine of 20 degrees. Sine of 20 degrees would just be the cosine of 90 minus that 20, okay, which is cosine of 70. So essentially what's happening here is a sine and cosine are sines and cosines are equivalent as long as you just do 90 minus the degree of the first one you pick. Okay, and vice versa for cosine as well is the same thing. If you start with cosine of 30 is the same as sine of 60. So essentially that tells us a lot here, because what that is telling us is that this sine of x is actually equivalent to this cosine of 90, because if we follow the same trend that we've been kind of going on here, this same trend is telling us then that the sine of x should be the same as the cosine of 90 minus whatever this x is. As you could see, this x was 20 here, so cosine of 90 minus 20 is the same as that, as sine of x. So if this is already 4/5, then this should be 4/5 as well. And that's pretty much it. Yes, the answer is 4/5. It's just really understanding this trig relationship, that the sine of something is equal to the cosine of 90 minus that same angle, and so these two are equivalent, so the answer is 4/5.